So this is Raspberry Pi Pico. Uh, it has a ARM Cortex M0 Plus processor, uh, which is clocked at 133 megahertz. It's a dual core microcontroller, uh, and it also have some standard peripherals such as GPIO, I2S, SPI, UART for communication, and a special PIO programmable input-output module, which can output uh, customized PWM signal, um, and it also has got ARM's standard debugging feature. So you can see this is the back side. This board, if I just turn it over, you can see that this board is about 2 inches long, and uh, it's 5.1 centimeter wide. So it's about 2 centimeters wide, and uh, five roughly about. So if I go to 10, so it's about 5 centimeters long, and you can see that it has got arms, SDIO, ground, clock. So you can debug this using your standard ARMS JTAG connector, which you can find on various devices such as on ST-Link V2, or Raspberry Pi also has SW JTAG pins. So uh, I have so if on your Raspberry Pi connector you will find that GPIO 23, 24 and is GPIO 24 and 25 can be used for your standard debugging, and you can find out this pinout map on pinout.xyz. So this does not have any uh, pins, so I'm going to solder some pins on this board, and then we can program it using Raspberry Pi SDK in C programming language. You can also program this in MicroPython, but uh, uh, for efficiency you will have to choose C. So this is the Raspberry Pi Pico board. It has a boot select switch and user programmable LED. So if you hold down this boot select switch and connect this to your computer via USB, on the computer it will show up as a drive, and if you write something to this drive, it will disconnect and program it using the with the flash code. It also got a flash, onboard flash. You can see that it is here. It's very tiny. Um, all the circuit is consist of very small SMT uh, devices. So this is how I soldered on Raspberry Pi Pico. So 3 pins at the debug section, and all these pins, since I do not have extra pins, so I took these 4 pins and connected 3 of them and left. We will see. I'm not going to use all these 4 pins. So this is how it looks after soldering all the pins. So this is how we are going to place the board, and then we just use some flux and some soldering wire. So first you need to tin the solder. Okay. Then you can just that's it. Your one leg is soldered, and then you can check your solder. Okay. If any adjustment, so if there is any adjustment, you just need to heat this pad up to loosen it. So now I'm going to and then just quickly solder all the extra pins. now if you will just have to go over these pins one more time and just hit the pad